Well, it sure took long enough, but it finally happened. After years of being disgruntled, will he, won't he? Does he, does he not? Does he like Jalen Hurts? Does he want to be? Is he on the sideline reading a book for the drama, whatever it is, it's finally over? Or has it just begun for another team? And you guys can see from the banner below that A.J. Brown has finally been traded away from the Philadelphia Eagles to the New England Patriots. It seems like the NFL world knew this for a while. Not only this morning when I woke up was it information about, it was like early in the morning as you guys were still sleeping, that not only was Myles Garrett probably could be traded, and it all happened in the same day in record time, but that A.J. Brown could, that saga would probably really pick up. Coming from Adam Schefter, ESPN sources, the Eagles are trading Pro Bowl wide receiver A.J. Brown to the Patriots for a 2028 first-round pick and a 2027 fifth-round pick. That is the better of New England's 2/5. The deal that has been speculated for weeks is now finally happening. Brown and the Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel are reuniting, and they spent that time in Tennessee together. This was something that was long overdue. We just kept wondering when it was going to happen. It's been talk at least for the past 2 trade deadlines and 2 NFL off seasons that this guy could be traded, and it finally happened. Now, they waited till June 1st, I guess, for salary cap reasons, but it was finally done. And now the Patriots, who lost the Super Bowl to the Seattle Seahawks, have another weapon. They lost Stephon Diggs, and they got a better option in A.J. Brown. And it's going to be, I'm still trying to picture it in my head, but I think that's going to be a good pairing for Drake May, somebody that he can really rely on, especially with the deep ball. But it's finally over, man. The saga is finally over, reunited with Vrabel, and this is going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out there. Remember, Brown was traded from the Tennessee Titans to the Philadelphia Eagles, and it seemed like from the moment he arrived, it was some drama. It was some drama every time, whether it was, but you know what? This winds up being a great decision for AJ. It's going to work out for AJ Brown, because it was some times, like if you played fantasy football and AJ Brown, I actually stopped picking him in fantasy due to the fact that he just sometimes would not get the football. I mean, you have a receiver like AJ Brown and you don't throw him the football. AJ Brown was a fantasy bust after a while. You just stopped taking him. When I first started playing fantasy football, he was one of my first wide receivers that I would take, and then I just stopped. Let's take a look at his stats, as ESPN has already updated their list. 6'1", 226, 28, still young enough to be a number 1 wide receiver. Second round, pick 151 in Tennessee back in 2019. In 2025, still was able to put up over 1,000 yards. These are like Jamison Williams numbers, right around there. But A.J. Brown is capable of being a number 1 wide receiver. We've seen it in Tennessee. He was once that in Philadelphia, and now that role goes to primarily Devonta Smith. Look at his relatively healthy, not really missing a ton of games. As far as his receptions, had the highest of his career, kind of went up every year, but fell off after that 2023 season. Had 67 receptions and then 78 on. But you know what? If you look at it, coming from 1,400, almost 1,500 yards, another 1,400, almost 1,500 yards, you're losing 400 yards, 400 or 500 yards. That's possessions. It just seemed like that they stopped going to him in critical possessions. But now that's not something he's going to have to worry about, as he is now a New England Patriot. And it's going to be kind of curious to see how this Philadelphia Eagles offense is going to adjust with him not being there. And then how is that going to elevate the Patriots offense as well? I'm excited to see it. It's kind of weird picturing, because I've seen him in just the Tennessee and Eagles uniforms. And the crazy part is he spent 3 years in Tennessee, 4 years in Philadelphia? And how many will he finish his career with the New England Patriots? I'm sure he won't play 5 years. I can see him playing maybe another 2 to 3. I mean, again, he is 28. He will be turning 29 later this month. So this could be the end of the road for A.J. Brown. But I think whatever happens, he's going to go, if he decides to hang it up after his contract, he'll definitely go out on top, still a top tier wide receiver in the NFL. So let me know what you think. What a day. June 1st, 2026, a day that we saw not only Myles Garrett traded, two blockbuster trades with the Cleveland Browns parting ways with Myles Garrett, and now A.J. Brown landing with the New England Patriots. So let me know. Now, if those Detroit Lions could just do something, that would be great. Let me know what you think in the comments below.